Kia ora there, Digifano. Right, I've been onto the phone about this Dead Bow 2 dock. Now, I agree with them. It's very unlikely that it's to do with bird flu. But because I showed my concern for children in the house that it's outside it for, I didn't really want them touching it. But they've asked me to somehow dispose of it and bury it and take the risk myself, because they're not going to deal with it themselves, because they don't believe it has anything to do with bird flu. And there is no guarantee of that. I mean, it does, I don't want to get too close, but kind of just falling out of a tree kind of thing. Could have been attacked, but they've asked me to deal with it. So how the fuck am I supposed to do that? I guess I could flick it into the gutter and hope for the best so that it's not played with. I don't really want to touch it with my stuff. Warning, this could be triggering for some people. Poor little wax eye. Honestly, who knows how that died. It looks like it's in pretty good nick. Oh, this fucking hurts. Right. Cover it up. Oh, shit. Well, if anyone's got a problem with that, take it up with fucking Doc. Because they made it my fucking problem, and I don't want to fucking take the risk on my health just in case, so fuck them. I did my part. Oh, there's another can. Right, so we'll carry on with my story of how I got my back injury. So what happened is we emptied that chiller of mutton carcasses, and so the manager decided to call us recently promoted to contractors to go and get some more carcasses from a specific chiller. The specific chiller that they chose, that they were in, was a problem one that has issues with it in the past with the rails that I'd told the manager about multiple times, but they still decided to use it. Because they decided to use it and they wanted to rush us, we ended up with a pile of carcasses on the floor. Those pile of carcasses can't just be sent down, because they need to be re-inspected to make sure there's no grease or anything on them, because after all, they are a food product. Beautiful sunset. Hiding behind cloud. So, because this rail's got a kink in it in the corner and the carcass is falling on the floor, we're still going to try and send these carcasses down as fast as possible so the room can carry on cutting up and continue moving on. the same time, I've got to get this pile up off the floor of 55 kilo mutton carcasses and push them off to the side so they can be inspected before they're sent down. So I'm getting the pile down. The other guy's still sending them down the rail, flying them down. I mean, when we're launching these carcasses down the skids, they're moving at like 20, 30 feet per second. Like, we're not pissing around here. We weren't going there to fuck spiders. We had to get that shit done. Fucking boss was pissy that we fucking emptied the chiller as it was. But because of this bloody big pile of mess, I went back to the fucking manager and told him, you wanker, what the fuck are you doing using this fucking rail and making us rush and shit? And you're expecting us to try and lift them over to a different rail when they're 55 kilo carcasses. And the easiest thing to do would be just to decommission the whole rail so it's not used. But no, he didn't want to do that. So I went back, continued freaking getting these things off the floor. And just as I was about to get one hooked up, the guy that was down the other end, I don't know whether he didn't hear me to slow down so I could pick more up, or whether he was being a cheeky bastard because he saw my ass as a target and he wanted to try and launch one at me. Who knows? I'm not in his head. Regardless, I can't blame him because it wouldn't have happened if the other things hadn't happened either. But anyway, he launched the carcass down and it's swinging backwards and forwards, moving down the skid, speeding and flying. And just as it's going for an upswing, where the heads get cut off, there's still a neck bit. And when they're chilled, they're solid. So where that head gets chopped off, and he's got a bit of bone exposed, on an upward swing as it's sliding, while I'm holding a carcass about to hook it onto the rail, I get struck at the bottom of my spine, in the middle of my pelvis, right on top of my belt, where my belt was, over top of my tailbone. It absolutely launched me. And when I talk about it, I don't mean just knocked me over on the ground. I mean it fucking launched me over this pile of carcasses to the point where I landed on the other side of them and hit the wall. From that moment in time, I have not been able to walk the same. I have had this pain in my back like I've been thrown out of alignment. Yeah, some random device in someone's garden. I have been thrown out of alignment and sent down this roller coaster ride of bullshit. Now I hobbled down back to the manager and told him what happened while they were still loading carcasses, because I was no longer capable. I could no longer stand straight. It took me 10 minutes to get back to the office, which from the chiller we were working at was maybe 30 seconds away in all realisticness. And he had no sympathy because he didn't like me, because I kept on catching him out doing stuff he shouldn't be doing. He was very crooked, but Carmen ended up coming back to him later on. It was quite amusing. But he told me to go to the nurse's station, which meant going downstairs and trying to walk 100, 200 metres to the nurse's station to try and get help. I just about fell down the middle stairs into a mess because I was holding myself up on the rails, not knowing when someone would find me. I used all my effort to make sure I did not collapse, because if I did, I could have been in a lot more fucking trouble than I am now. Because like I said, I didn't know when I'd be found down those specific stairs. So I managed to make it down onto the ground level, get to the nurse's station, and then they're trying to ask me what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm in absolute agony. I can't remember whether I got an ambulance to the hospital then, or whether I was sent home. I honestly don't remember. It was so foggy and traumatizing because I had no idea what to do. I was 18 going on 19, coming into town trying to make a life for myself, expecting these people to know what to do and how to fucking treat me. But no, they didn't, because all they saw was a problem that was going to cost them money. The next day I woke up absolutely fine. But the problem was, I couldn't move my legs. Literally, I couldn't lift them. I rang work, I told them. I had one of them managers come out and actually come to my house and see me. Had to get my flatmate to come home from his work just to unlock the door and let them in, because I couldn't get out of bed. I still hadn't managed to fucking get up and go for a piss because I couldn't move. And all of a sudden, the manager's trying to do these tests, like he knows what he's doing. Touching my feet, asking me whether I can feel it. I said I could sort of feel it, but I couldn't move my legs. Fuck's sake. There's another dead bird. Okay, now I'm fucking concerned. What the fuck? Now I've got to make another fucking phone call. Oh well. I will continue being a model citizen because that's what I preach. If you don't practice what you preach, you ain't shit. Your word don't mean shit. You ain't fucking nobody. You want to be a man, fucking act like a man. And unfortunately, that means fucking when something interrupts the way you're doing things, sometimes you gotta switch it up. So I'm gonna switch it up, guys. This is a bit weird, second dead bird on the same walk. So, oh well. See you on the other side.